morning, Caroline Clark, Posture Alignment Specialist. So today's exercise is something that I've just started doing with my classes. So luckily, I've got a hair on my nose there. So luckily, because I do 10 classes a week and I'm working with probably 500 people a week, honestly, so many people, but amazing clients, I try new things out all the time. And this is an exercise I hadn't actually done before yesterday. And oh my goodness, I have a slightly snicky hip. So that means a hip that's a little bit disobedient on my left side. But honestly, people think that because you do this for a living, you don't get aches and pains. Yes, I do get the odd ache and pain. And when I'm saying a slightly snicky hip, it's probably gives me a 1 occasionally, but that to me is not quite right. So this exercise, you are going to need some sort of block. I actually use a foam block. You can get high density foam blocks. I buy these from Any Foam, which is in the UK. And also I use a luggage strap, which I get from Jetrest. So I'm plugging them because they're going to be in my book. Right, what I want you to do to start with is you are going to get the belt or luggage strap, and you're going to put it around your ankles. Now I would put this actually about that far apart, so it's a good 5 to 6 inches apart, because the block is going between your knees, and if this is too tight, you are just not going to get that block in between your knees and do the exercise correctly. So block between one's knees, belt round one's ankles, and then you are going to lie flat out. So get yourself organised and see what's going on and see how you're feeling on your back. So do you feel that your shoulders are equal on the ground, and do you feel your hips are equal on the ground? They don't feel quite equal. So the most important thing to start with is flex your feet back towards you. Now don't let your feet drop out like Donald Duck. So you don't want any feet, hopefully you can see this, you don't want feet turning out like that or going in like that. You want them straight to the ceiling so that you're pulling your little toe back towards you as hard as your big toe. So you don't want them turning in an angle, because otherwise you're working your inside of your ankle too much and not the outside enough. So that's lying flat out. So first thing, a slight pull on that lower band, and you're going to feel that come right up into your bum muscles, and then you're going to squeeze with those knees. So we're pulling out with the ankles, squeezing with the knees. Right, my band needs to be a tiny bit tighter. You will feel whether you can get a good pull and squeeze. So out with the ankles, squeeze with the knees. 1, 2, 3. Now my left side doesn't want to work so hard. 4, 5. Don't put too much strain as in locking your knees down. Just have your knees in a soft position, but they're going to be pushing inwards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Right, now get your timer and you are going to squeeze and hold. So holding with the belt, squeezing with the knees. Now when I did this yesterday, I found a pain come right into my hip, right on the outside of my hip joint. And I think that was a muscle that wasn't working hard enough. And then I felt a little bit down the front of my hip. I was like, what is going on? Everything's disappeared today and it feels fabulous. Well, it disappeared after the exercise. So keep pulling out, keep squeezing. We're holding for a minute. Now, if you find a minute's too much, just squeeze and pull for 30 seconds to start with. All right, so you just go with what your body is telling you. All right, you have got to listen to your body. If the body's got pain and it says, I don't like it, don't do it. You've got to be in control of what your body's telling you. Range of movement, so important. I always say 3 types of pain: muscles working, muscle strengthening. Symptom pain that it doesn't like, don't do it. So it's not a case of no pain, no gain. Right, and release. Turn my timer off. Right, now you're just going to do 10 more. So I can feel this hip has done something now. Make sure they're equal when you pull and squeeze. So 1, oh, I've got more movement now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm sitting up, but actually if you just roll to your side to start with and kick everything off is a really good idea. And just see how it's feeling, you know, woggle it about and just see what it's feeling like. That feels really good actually. And I can get my knee lower to the ground than when I first started, when I first sat here. So that will help to release your hip. It will release hip pain. Now I have actually got, I've still got this hair on my nose, I have actually got an internally rotating femur, and so that would not be the best exercise for me to do because my knee goes in slightly on this side anyway. But I think I've been so concentrating on getting everything going out that sometimes it's quite good to do the opposite to what you're really meant to be doing. But because you're pulling with the ankles at the same time, it's actually engaging that whole leg. So that's the exercise today. Pulling out with a band, squeezing in with a cushion, lying flat out. Book is coming out very soon. I feel it's going to be out by the end of June. Everyone says don't put a time on it, but I am putting a time on it. Looks fantastic. The photos, my models were amazing. And so you can go to my website, Caroline, well, my website will be above my head at the moment. So you can go to my website and you can see all about the book there. Also, there'll be another video coming out this week and masses of classes doing. I'm going to start recording some classes. So there will be a way of actually being able to join a class. Well, you'll be able to just download a class. So lots going on. And don't forget to subscribe to me. So see you soon. Bye.